My men, Jimmy, Spike, whenever something bad happened to them, I'd always think, if only I could have taken their place. If only it was me instead of them. Maybe now is my chance. I know you're going to care for this world like I care for my boys. Watch over them for me. And when Spike wakes, tell my son I'm proud of him. You will not be forgotten, Sparky. And I promise I will protect your son. I will protect the whole Earth. Sparky gives his life to energize the Matrix as Optimus Prime swears to protect humanity. The Autobots face devastation and the loss of one of their bravest soldiers. Presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed Image Comics, Transformers Volume 4, Issue 6. In the Energon universe, the Autobots and Sparky Witwicky attempt to take cover inside the Ark as Devastator attacks. Having fallen behind, Cliffjumper attempts to assist, but Carly advises him instead to look for an alternative way into the Ark so that they can find more firepower. Starscream cackles in delight at the destruction wrought by the Decepticon Combiner, only to be summarily kicked in the face by Optimus Prime. Devastator grabs Prime and tosses him around, severely injuring the Autobot leader. RC drags him into the Ark while Jazz lays down suppressive fire. Devastator then grabs Ratchet and attempts to drag him out, forcing the Autobots to close the Ark's bay doors and cutting off Ratchet's leg in the process. Devastator tries to punch through the door, but Soundwave orders him to stop as to not to damage their sanctuary, instead suggesting getting into the Ark by digging through the mountain. Devastator complies. Cliffjumper and Carly scale the side of the mountain and reach the access port in the back of the ship. However, they are soon confronted by Starscream. The other Autobots get Optimus onto a table, but Ratchet tells them that his wounds are too severe for him to fix. As he starts to succumb to his injuries, Optimus apologizes to his friends for leading them on a false hope. He takes the Matrix of leadership from his chest and attempts to give it to one of them, but it is so weakened he drops on the floor. Sparky approaches, complaining that every time something bad has happened to the people he cares about, he always wonders if he could have somehow taken their place. He places his hand inside the Matrix and asks Optimus to tell Spike Witwicky how proud he is of him before entering the Matrix completely, renewing its energy and repairing Prime in the process. Revitalized Prime says Sparky will not be forgotten and promises to protect Spike and the whole world. At that moment, Devastator breaks through the ceiling of the ship, but result Prime simply grabs him by the finger and rips it off. He then grabs his ion blaster and uses it in tandem with Megatron's fusion cannon to unleash hell on the giant Gestalt. Meanwhile, Starscream and Cliffjumper pinned down and gloats about how he massacred the Autobots clan. As the two grapple, Carly aims one of the Transformers guns at Starscream's and fires. Cliffjumper then takes the gun and aims it directly at Starscream's head. He tells the Seeker that he always wondered what this moment would feel like, ready to pull the trigger, but he can't do it. Carly angrily reminds Cliff of everything Starscream has done, but Cliff is simply too tired of all the fighting and death. However, his hesitation gives Starscream the chance to recover, and he grabs Carly and begins to squeeze. Outside, Optimus leads Devastator, while Devastator refers to Optimus Prime as a stupid red ant attempting to evade him. Optimus demonstrates his resourcefulness by utilizing Megatron's cannon as a turbo, showcasing his ability to adapt in the face of overwhelming odds. Devastator screams out "coward" as he attempts to strike Optimus, highlighting the significant size differential between Optimus and Devastator. Optimus Prime slides right to the edge of the cliff, taunting Devastator. "Is that all, Devastator?" He goads him to follow, daring the massive Decepticon to pursue him further. As Optimus Prime fires off ammunition and unleashes blasts from Megatron's blaster, Devastator seeks to close in and grab hold of him, intent on overpowering the Autobot leader. Optimus defiantly challenges Devastator, urging him to give his best shot. As Devastator charges forward at full speed, the cliffs tremble under his immense weight. Optimus Prime stands unwavering, prepared for the impending battle against the formidable Decepticon. As the Devastator rushes towards Optimus, Prime skillfully maneuvers underneath the giant Decepticon. With a swift and decisive move, Optimus Prime pushes Devastator over the edge of the cliff, utilizing strategy and ability to gain the upper hand in their confrontation. Starscream maintains his grip on Carly, squeezing her tightly as he continues to hold her captive, adding tension to the unfolding events. In a dramatic turn of events, the mighty Devastator topples onto Starscream, inadvertently freeing Carly from the Decepticon's grip amidst the chaos of the massive destruction. The impact leaves Starscream severely damaged as the weight of the Colossus robot takes its toll on the Decepticon. Cliffjumper hastily grabs Carly, but she expresses disappointment in him. Carly accuses Cliffjumper of having the opportunity to end the conflict once and for all, but failing to do so. As the pieces of the Devastator reform into the Constructicon, Starscream appears visible damage, bearing the consequences of the chaotic events that unfolded. Unable to fly, Starscream is assisted by the Constructicons who carry their wounded Decepticon to safety. Despite their setbacks, the Decepticons regroup, ensuring that Starscream receives the care he needs after the devastating encounter. Soundwave, wait, please, let us be done with this, Optimus Prime implores, extending an offer of reconciliation. Let us find a way to save our home together. Soundwave gazes at Optimus Prime, considering his words carefully, as the possibility of a cooperation between Autobots and Decepticons hangs in the balance. Soundwave looks at Optimus Prime and delivers his response, but before any further dialogue can occur, he launches a fist at the Autobot leader. Optimus Prime, ever resolute, asserts, "Make no mistake, Soundwave, I desire peace, but I am no fool." With swift reflexes, Optimus catches Soundwave's punches, showcasing his unwavering resolve, interrupting the confrontation. Optimus Prime stands victorious over the Ark, having emerged triumphant from this battle. However, he acknowledges that the war is far from over. With determination in his voice, Optimus declares, "Until the next time, Decepticons," recognizing the ongoing conflict will persist until peace is finally achieved. Back at Farmington Hospital, Spike awakens. The doctor advises him not to speak, so Spike, unable to vocalize his question, grabs a nearby piece of paper. With trembling hands, he writes just one thing: "Where's my dad?" The urgency in Spike's inquiry hangs heavily in the air as he awaits the answer with bated breath. Note: Ratchet is missing most of his left leg when we first saw him, reflecting the injury inflicted upon him by Scavenger at the end of last issue. He loses the other leg to Devastator later in the issue, which cruelly ironically recalls his buddy Wheeljack, who was working as only his top halfback at the dam. Thundercracker continues to believe that the Autobots are to blame for what Starscream and Soundwave did to Skywarp at the end of issue 3. The opening, Carly and Cliffhanger and later Starscream climb into the exact same hexagonal opening to Teletron, one's room that's been shown nearly every issue up to this point, beginning all the way back with Jetfire flying in through it in issue 1. Cybertronics were shown not to have the concept of father in issue 2. To be fair, Starscream even we weren't the guy named Davy he crushed was Carly's dad until the end of the same issue. Starscream was established to have wiped out Cliffjumper's clan in issue 4. As he's dying, Optimus recalls Jetfire's dying words from issue 1. Though it is shaped near identical, the Cybertronian pistol Carly files at Starscream isn't actually the one Cliffjumper was using. We can see Carly running towards it at the very start of the fight. Optimus finds a new way to use the fusion cannon in the vehicle mode other than the oversized smokestack seen in the previous issue. It mounts backwards on the truck's roof to serve as a powerful rocket booster he uses to race ahead of Devastator as he lures him to the cliff's edge. Optimus' near death is a homage to the death of the Transformers, the movie, which panels even recreating specific shots from the scene. As Optimus unleashes his firepower on Devastator and leaps to kick the combiner in the face, the sound effects of those two panels spell out, "Oh yeah," and you know the song, cueing the reader to hear The Touch by Stan Bush, the song from the Transformers movie used whenever Optimus does something insanely awesome. This isn't the first time Optimus has asked Soundwave to put their conflict behind him. Real-world references. Starscream raises the horns with both hands as he watched Devastator stomp across the battlefield. Jazz's musical references as he says that Optimus might be coming up at the final encore. Optimus' license plate has seen when he drives away from the Devastator reads MF. As amusing as it might be considered the possibility of a hard swear sneaking its way into Transformers comic book, this is almost certainty short for Murder Falcon, continuing the gag of DWJ using a license plate to reference his previous work with Skybound. This issue ends with a dedication thanking Peter Cullen for his inspiration for the story from Daniel Warren Johnson. Next issue, presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed Image Comics, Transformers, Volume 4, Issue 7, Energon Universe.